So here I am, my wife and I, Leigh and I, here in Traverse, Michigan. We came and surprised our daughter for her bat mitzvah birthday. Was the 3rd of Menachem Av, yesterday. And we are here. This is the cherry capital of the United States. And you notice there's different types of cherries. There's the lighter ones, there's the darker ones. And here we are picking cherries. And we noticed that it just rained a lot here. And the owner here told us that the rain, so much rain, they had a drought for a while, and then all of a sudden they had so much rain that the water took in all the rain, the fruit took in all the rain, and some of them split. So you have cherries now that are split, and they heal themselves eventually. They, just like a person heals himself, the cherries will heal themselves. Cherries taste just as good if they're split or not split, and all the question is how our look at it is. You know, this week's Shabbos Torah portion talks about the Haftorah, the special Haftorah before Tisha B'Av, of the vision of Isaiah, Chazon Yeshayahu. On a very simplistic level, talks about the destruction of the temple, leads up to the 9th of Av. It seems like it's split. Talks about things like it's not whole. The Jewish people are now not in the temple, dispersed around the world as the Romans and the Babylonians. Babylonians destroyed the first temple, the Romans the second temple. But that all depends on your spin. When you look at Reb Levi Yitzchak of Barditchev, the great holy tzaddik, he always tried to find a spin, a positive spin on anything in life. For example, when he would see someone who was not being very sacred with regards to his prayers while he was praying, he actually was changing the tire of his wagon. And he says, God, look at this, even when they're changing the tire of their wagon, they're still praying. Or somebody was smoking on Shabbat, and he says, you know, you're not supposed to smoke on Shabbat. He says, you probably think it's not Shabbat. He says, no, I know it's Shabbat. You probably don't realize you're not supposed to smoke on Shabbat. He says, no, I realize. He says, God, look how your people will never say a lie. They're always truthful. They always try to find the positive side, the silver lining. So he said about this week's Torah portion, the vision of Isaiah, that spiritually, this week, every single one of us, every single Jew, gets to have a vision, a spiritual vision of the third temple. We've had 2 so far, and the third temple is ready to come down in Jerusalem. But he gives the example of a father who has a son who he makes a beautiful jacket for, and the son runs outside and ruins the jacket, tears it up. He makes him a second jacket, he tears it up. And the third time, after the second time, the father says, you know what, I'm going to make a third jacket for you, but I'm not going to give it to you until you're ready for it. And once in a while, he takes out the jacket and shows it to his son to encourage him to be able to do better. God made the first temple for us. We destroyed it. The Jews worshiped the idols. God sent the Babylonians and Nebuchadnezzar to destroy the first temple. He made the second temple, and we didn't have love for each other in the community. It was baseless hatred. So he sent the Romans and destroyed the second temple. Now the third temple, the third jacket, God has ready in heaven, and is ready to give it to us, and he shows it to us once in a while. One of those times he shows it to us is this Shabbat, where he shows us spiritually our soul gets to see the third temple ready, and that encourages us. Even if we can't consciously see it, we know it's there, and we know our soul is seeing it. That drives us to have more love of each other, love our fellow as ourselves, add in charity, add in Torah study, as the Haftorah concludes, Tzion b'mishpat tipadeh v'shaveha b'tzedakah. Zion with Torah will be, Mishpat means here judgment, but it means Torah, will be redeemed and its captives with charity. By giving charity and study Torah, those are 2 ways we can bring about the third temple. May it come speedily now. Amen. Have a wonderful Shabbos.